Hello, everyone. I'm not making a huge deal out of this. I'm not trying to start a YouTube channel about this. I just happen to be a Nightwish fan, and I have been a Nightwish fan for almost 20 years at this point. So, just to give you a quick overview as to my history with Nightwish, I've heard of them a little bit before I started getting into them. I think I started getting into them around the Once album. I remember my first video was Planet Hell, and I absolutely loved it. I loved the drum sequence in the beginning. I loved hearing Marco, and he was just so freaking powerful. And he wasn't like over the top in terms of metal. Sometimes he go a little bit farther than I want to. He's not outright screaming, but there's a big grit in him, and I absolutely love the audio, the sweet symphonic audio that we first got with Tarja. I started getting really hard into them around the Dark Passion Play album. So at this point, we had Annette, of course, and I loved her. I loved the album, and the only thing that seemed greater to me than Dark Passion Play was how things progressed further on. Imaginarium was fantastic. Endless Form's Most Beautiful, unpopular opinion, might be my favorite album of all time to me. It helped me through some really dark times, and I just can't get over how fantastic I find this album. It hits hard with my scientific fascination, and I think it brings an art to a science. Human Nature came next. This was the first and only time that I have ever actually seen Nightwish in concert. I am regretful that I have not been able to see Marco in person. While I understand that he has to do what he has to do in order for his own personal health and his own mental health, it sucks I wasn't able to see him. It's not like he does his tours in North America or in the US. And I didn't think for the Human Nature album that I should record something. And again, I'm not some sort of Nightwish. It's my favorite band, but I'm not the kind of person that will say, "Oh, I love this album, it's a masterpiece," when I don't think so. There have been a couple of Nightwish songs that I just it was fine. Wasn't my favorite song. In fact, there's a song called Nightwish that I absolutely did not like. Could not like it. Up until now, I think that my favorite Nightwish song is Greatest Show on Earth. I love these long scores. My jaw hit the ground when I heard Ghost Love score for the first time. Poet and the Pendulum is a beautiful yet dark song, but that's the point of it. I know that you came here for the song and you can't come to hear me talk about my history with Nightwish. There's a song called Perfume of the Timeless. I'm going to double check to make sure that's true. I'm pretty sure it is. But I know very little of it. I've heard the first 5 to 10 seconds of the song just to check audio. I've never done this before, so I'm kind of roughing it out. I've heard the first 5-10 seconds, which is a whole lot of nothing. I will also say that I have seen a couple of reactions from people, not the video themselves, but I have seen in text what their reactions were, and I'm not going to lie, it is mixed. Some people absolutely love it. There have been a couple of concerns about being able to hear Floor. Apparently she fits more in the background than she normally does in her scenes. And I'm going to tell you straight how it is. If I don't like it, I will tell you that I don't like it. I think I will like at least some of it. It is Nightwish. I would not be reacting to this song if I didn't like the band and if I hadn't followed them for such a long time. But I'm going to go straight into this. So without further ado, we have the Perfume of the Timeless. If I cough at all. I'm sorry. I hate these videos where you stop every 5 to 10 seconds. I don't anticipate doing that here. I do want to react. I love the beginning of it. I could tell that Troy is heavily inspired here. And I'm just going to completely admit this full out. I am not a vocal expert. I know nothing about music other than I like music. I like hearing it. So I'm just an average guy who happens to like Nightwish. So I hear the Northern European sentiments here, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my main, one of the main reasons why I love this so much with the uptick since Dark Passion Play when Troy was part of this. And I absolutely love the story here. We're talking about how we came to be on this planet. We're talking about nature. We are nature, in a sense. We are the product of our environment, and we're here based on a mistake, pure chance. But at the same time, what a hell of a coincidence it is that we survive here. For the light years and light years that we have explored in the universe, we are the only forms of life that we have found that is still here today. And how lucky are we? So I'm going to shut up now and let's crack on. Wow. Holy shit. Fucking beautiful cinematography here. I mean, first off with all of that, now it's only in line all of that and stuff like that. Just so I've been getting most of my information, most of my news about Nightwish through Kai, and it seems like he's one of the few people who has a Facebook page who really talks about it a lot. I don't follow Juka all too much, and Floor has been MIA for quite a while. I've been thinking a lot about how Floor actually gets through here, because on one hand, she just gave birth, and I think that she gave birth to her second child not too long ago, and it seems like she's going straight from the operating room to the studio, so she can, record her sets. And obviously, it's not just recording her audio, but also her video as well. And Floor also has to warm up, and I'm sure once you stop doing your job for X amount of time, and this is past the last tour, you're not as good as you once were, in the sense that you need to practice more to get to where you need to be. And there's just so much going on here, and I don't want to stop and pause and react to everything, but at the same time, every time I'm halfway through a thought, something new just pops out at me. And another thought that's going through my mind right now is the transition from the past to the present. And I know that before this song came out months ago, Tuomas said that this was a Tuomas, how do you pronounce that name? I apologize, especially for all all the hardcore Nightwish fans who know this a lot more than I do. But Tuomas said that this was a 3-part series. Endless Forms Most Beautiful began, and then there's Human Nature, and now there's Yesterwind, I think is how he pronounced it. And I think I'm starting to get it a little bit. So the way that I'm seeing things right now is that Endless Forms Most Beautiful is talking about evolution, it's talking about the past. And then we had Human Nature, and we have songs like Noise. Noise comes to mind. So Noise is talking a whole lot about how people are. So I'm thinking, okay, well, Human Nature is the present. And now we're going to Yesterwind, which, if you pardon the name of the whole Yester prefix, it seems like we're talking about the future. That's why we're seeing ghosts. Because, it all took a whole bunch of species and generations, millions and eons, and all this vast length of time to create us. And here we are, and we're doing stuff, and this is how we are, and we are all going to perish at one point or another. And I don't mean to make things somber, and I feel like, and if I know anything about Nightwish, the whole message isn't, you're gonna die, everything's bleak, everything's dreary, but it's more of like, be grateful for the time that you are here, because we all aren't promised life. We all aren't promised a length of time. We aren't going to be living until 100 years old. Certainly some are. But we're here now. We have today. We have now. Let's use that time. So those are the thoughts I have right now. Those are my predictions. I might be off. But I'm going to continue on. Excuse me. just a little bit. I want to see what it looks like we have. Oh no, that's all the songs. I swore that was the limit. I'm having a hard time right now trying to put into words what I'm seeing right now. There's definitely a vibe going on. It's definitely spooky. I want to say it's something like The Twilight Zone, but I've never seen the movie or the show, and I feel like I'm going to get some hate from that. But I'm getting like a surreal feeling where things are happening, but they're not. And the things that are impossible are happening anyways, and it's hard to really place into words what I'm experiencing right now. And I feel like that's a vibe. I feel like that's something others may have felt as well. I feel like that's what they're going for, and I don't know what that means right now. So my mind is racing. You guys. Fish in a drop of water. That's a metaphor. That's what we are.
With the perfume of
the world is the universe, and we are that fish in that bubble of earth.
On a deathbed.
And I love that. I think I know exactly what this metaphor is. We are going to die one day, and regardless of how you feel religiously, do we go to heaven, do we go to hell, is there the nihilistic view of we turn, our life just ends there, our consciousness ends there, there's nothing after death, and regardless of if you also believe in reincarnation, what happens next is our body decomposes, our heat travels outward. We are going to be providing heat and nutrients and life to other species. That's why that's there. It's a metaphor to say that once the leader, Mr. Jalapeno of Nightwish, ends, he is going to provide growth to future life, such as trees, such as vegetations. That's what manure is. Actually, I take that back. But our death brings life, just like the whole Lion King, the whole circle of life. So I'm going to continue on. I felt that was important to pause. Take this in.
We are because of a million loves. With the perfume of the timeless that sighs of a million loves.
There's something ship in the middle of the ocean like the Titanic. Okay, so that's the song. Villa Jalapeno. I don't know who that person is, but that looks to be a relative of Thomas in some way, shape, and form. So I'm probably going to be listening to this again for the purposes of this video. I had to mute the video down a little bit more because I don't want it to just break open your ears. I don't want you to have to switch between volumes to listen to me and listen to the video or try to find a happy sweet spot. I'm not a professional video editor. I'm also not a professional Nightwish fan. I'm not a professional anything other than what I do for work, which is neither here nor there. I see some of the concerns about not being able to hear Floor too much. I will have to view it again. I feel like there might be some legitimacy to it, but it wasn't as bad as I was expecting. My thoughts on this is that it was definitely enjoyable. I feel like I love the message more than I love the music on that. Great audio. Great instrumentals. I feel like I can't imagine myself listening to this and like singing to it, like the way that I do, Amaranth, or the way that I do The Islander, or the way that I do Everdream. Everdream is a great example. Those songs I can listen to. I can sing in the shower. I can't imagine myself doing that now. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it takes some time. So maybe it needs to sink in. That's definitely a possibility. My favorite part of this was the message. And I feel like that might be the point of it. The point of this might be the message. And the graphics was great. This is a fantastic music video. This is a fantastic visual as to what they're trying to send, and it gives me something to ponder on. I don't like something where I watch a video and boom, everything's solved, I move on in my life. I like something that sticks with me because that means that it's a message worth pondering. I feel like that's kind of universal. A lot of people feel that way about the Bible. A lot of people feel that way about their favorite book. There's a little bit of mystery, that there's a little bit of nuance, of layering to it. I think that this is a fantastic music video. I feel like this album has more to offer, and I think that we will find that once it happens. Once the videos get released, we will listen to it. Maybe if you guys like this video, maybe I'll shoot more. If you don't like me, hey, that's totally fine. I had fun listening to this music video. It didn't cost me anything to make it. What I got out of this was being able to listen to the beautiful music and take in this experience. And I post this because I want to contribute to the Nightwish community, because I love seeing the first time that other people are experiencing something great. And I thought that maybe you guys would like to experience my first time, because I'm sure that you guys have listened to this at 5 a.m. when it first came out, Eastern Standard Time. For me, I could have watched this as soon as I woke up at 7:30, but I didn't because I wanted to do this. So, with that being said, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you have a great day.